What is going on, guys? It is Aqua's back bringing you another video, and in today's video, guys, it's obviously another kind of vlog type thing. I'm still banned from Xbox Live, so there won't be any gameplay videos, and you guys might think, well, this video is up really early for a weekday. I'm a high school senior, but today was actually SAT testing day for juniors, and they literally had the seniors in a classroom doing literally butt-fuck nothing for basically the duration of the day. So I just decided to stay home. I was going to work on some stuff for some other classes. I got a project for like 2 classes that I have to do, and I have an online class that I need to finish. So I figured I'd just stay here, work on some stuff, maybe play some video games or some shit like that, do a video. But there's a video that I've actually been wanting to do for a while now, and I did record it. Sorry about that, guys. I did record it on my phone out in the garage, but there was a glare from one of the garage lights, and the camera was a little too low on a workbench that I was trying to record on, and I tried elevating it, but it just wouldn't go high enough. So I'm just gonna go ahead and re-record it. On when I was doing it on my phone, I felt a little rushed because my phone is actually almost out of storage. I have to go through and delete some stuff. So I felt a little rushed. I talked a little too fast. Didn't get every single point that I wanted to get in the video on there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and redo it and show you guys everything that I've been talking about, or in the last video, I should say. So, as you guys know, I am... Okay, let me start over. So, as you guys know, I've done a video on guns and Second Amendment, stuff like that. Obviously, they were gameplay videos. I think both of them were on Modern Warfare Remastered. So I love guns. Guns are great. I see no problem with guns. They do a lot of good. Guns don't do any bad. People do bad things with guns. So I turned 18 last December, and I got my, my 18-year-old, I guess my permanent state ID that shows that I am 18 years old and I'm technically a legal adult. And the day that I went and got that, I actually went and bought a rifle. I bought a Ruger 10/22, which is a 22 long rifle. Made by Ruger, obviously, and it was the first rifle that on my dad's side of the family has ever been owned. My mom's side of the family, everybody owns a gun. They all love guns. They all go hunting, stuff like that. So I guess I would be the first person ever to buy a gun on my dad's side of the family, technically. So I have this right here. This is the polymer buttstock that came with the rifle. Obviously, there's no rifle in here, because this is just the 10/22 stock that came with it. It's pretty nice looking stock. I've never really liked the hunter style stock. It was really cool to use. The cheek rest is a little too low for me, especially since I'm kind of a bigger person. But anything else, this stock was really good. This swivel stud, this extended swivel stud, this actually twists off, and sorry for the lag on my webcam. It's not exactly the best, but this actually twists off, and this is a swivel stud extension right here for a bipod mount. That's what this small Picatinny rail is. It slips on just like that, and then there's a screw or a nut that screws on right here like this, or I can drop it. It screws on like this. You can get it nice and tight, and it won't come off. These 2 screws were actually, they did not come on. This didn't come with it either. I bought this. This is obviously something that was manufactured properly. This is obviously something that was like done in a backyard or in a garage or something like that. And I'll explain these in a couple of minutes. But this was the stock, or the stock that came from the factory for my Ruger 10/22, but I recently changed it out because I like this stock. It's a really cool color. This is actually kind of I don't want to say rare, but I haven't seen any other 10/22 sold or anybody with a 10/22 with a stock exactly like this from the factory. So I want to say this is a rare stock, but at the same time I don't. It's a really nice stock. I really enjoyed it when I had it, but I've got something else. Let me go grab it. This is my new Ruger 10/22 ATI 22 AR 22 conversion. It's It's a really nice setup. Obviously, it looks exactly like an AR, but it is not chambered in 223 or 556. It is chambered in the small, but possibly deadly if you shoot them in the right place, 22 long rifle. If you guys don't know what a 22 long rifle is or what the cartridge looks like, it's a very small bullet, very, very small. But on the packaging, it says that it's deadly or possibly deadly up to 1 mile. That is the cartridge. Obviously, the brass down here is where the powder is. The bullet is this gray part right here. This is a lead bullet. I have some hollow points, and I also have some high velocity stingers that I use. But before we start talking about this, we're just going to make sure that it's empty. Obviously, you can see that it is in fact empty. I have this chamber flag in here just to, you know, keep it unloaded. There's no magazine, obviously, because I can put my finger, see my finger right there. So it is 100% unloaded. I just finished building this. This is the stock Ruger 1022 barrel. I really like the stock Ruger bolt carrier group. It says Ruger right here. You guys can't really see it because the camera's kind of shitty. Obviously, it's got the manual safety. This is basically the stock Ruger 1022 in terms of barrel, upper receiver, bolt carrier group, and the lower, aka the trigger group. This is a really, really nice setup. The stock is polymer. The receiver cover is polymer. This forend or barrel shroud is aluminum. This Picatinny rail is aluminum as well. The buttstock and these cheek rest. It came with 2 cheek rests. This is the medium one, I think. And then I have the bigger one in my rifle case, but I don't use it. This is all polymer. This is actually ATI's AR stock. You can buy this stock and buffer tube. This is not a real buffer tube, obviously. I could not make an AR out of this, but if I wanted to take the stock off of this and put it on an actual AR, I could do that just because it unscrews and it'll go over any buffer tube, because this is like regulation buffer tube size. It is, I believe it is a 6-position stock. I keep it at the farthest position back because I'm a bigger person, so I need the bigger stock. This cheek rest obviously comes off. I don't have it screwed in, so we'll just take it off for now. This is my Nikon 3-9 by 40 scope. I have 2 scope covers. This scope cover is missing, however, this one stayed on. This is, like I said, this is a 9 zoom, 9 power, 3-9 power scope. Obviously, it is variable zoom. It's not fixed. This scope is actually a little lower than it needs to be. These are medium scope rings. I need a high scope rings with a quick release riser. That didn't really make a whole lot of sense. It's basically a 1-piece scope ring set that is also high set, and it's also got a quick release, so I can take the scope off and put it back on without it affecting my zero. And that is because when you want to take this rifle apart, it does not unfold like a standard AR-15. An AR-15, there is a pin here, and there is a pin here, and that separates the upper from the lower. And the upper is, you know, the bolt carrier group, the gas block or the gas tube, you know, everything like that. And then the lower would be the buffer tube, the trigger group, the mag, mag well, and everything like that. I don't know a whole lot about AR-15s because I don't own one. But this is basically what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to look like an AR-15, which it kind of does. The only thing is the hole for the barrel is kind of small, obviously, because it's a 22 long rifle. This is a really, really nice setup. It's a lot heavier than you'd think it would be. That's because it's heavy on the top of the steel barrel as well as the aluminum barrel, a shroud or the forend, and then the receiver is also steel as well. Or no, the receiver on the stock Ruger is aluminum, so it's still pretty heavy, but it's a really nice setup. This is a Magpul, I believe it's the RVG foregrip, really nice foregrip. There is no Picatinny rail here, but these Magpul foregrips actually come with a very small Picatinny rail that has 2 screw holes, so I've got it screwed in to my barrel shroud. If I wanted to take this off, I also have a bipod that I used on this other stock right here. It's really easy. You don't need a screwdriver. You just finger tighten it with this little nut right here. if I could take this off easily, which I guess I technically could if I had a screwdriver. But I don't know where my screwdriver is, so I cannot do that. Yeah, I don't know where my screwdriver is, guys. But there are 2 screws right here. You unbolt that, it comes off, and then you can put your bipod on. I did the manual bolt release, or the auto bolt release modification to this on a Ruger 1022 straight from the factory. When you want to lock the bolt from the rear, you pull down, and there's a little button that you press right there, and when you want to unlock it, you have to pull down, press the button in again, and it unlocks. With the bolt modification, you pull the bolt down, lock it to the rear. It's not going anywhere. You can hit it. You could probably drop it and it won't go anywhere. But when you want to unlock it, you just come back, give it a little tug, and you're ready to rock and roll. It's a really, really nice setup that I've got here. I've obviously got the, just come over here and reach for these. I've got the Ruger 1022, the 10-round magazine that comes with the 1022. I'm going to go ahead and lock the bolt to the rear. Obviously, it still fits in there. It doesn't look like it's loaded, but as you can see that brass in there. So it is loaded. This 10-round magazine works perfectly, but it doesn't look very cool, obviously, because you can't see the magazine. However, I have a Ruger BX25 magazine. Fits in there nicely. Looks really cool. As you can see, there is brass there. Bolts locked to the rear, though, so everything is good. It's not loaded. Take the magazine out. You got another mag. Reload. It's got the mag well, which actually kind of helps feed it in there. Makes it really easy to load, unless you like really suck or something like that. Kind of just guides it in. It's really, really nice. So everything works great on this gun. I have not shot this new configuration a whole lot yet, because I haven't been to the range, because I'm actually almost out of ammo. I went down to Tennessee recently and was shooting this exact gun, except in this configuration, at about 500 yards. And I probably shot about 700 rounds when I was down south of my 1,000 round stockpile that I had, which is not a whole lot. So I haven't been to the range lately because I'm basically almost out of ammo. I have like 300 rounds left. But this is a really, really nice gun. I have enjoyed it so far. When it was in the other configuration, I put probably 2,000 or so rounds through it, and had fun every single round. But I've always loved ARs. I've never owned one. I've actually been working on getting an F1 Firearms AR-15. F1, it makes really, really good ARs, and I would really like to get one. But for now, I'm stuck with my 1022. That's not a bad thing because I love this rifle. It's probably the best thing that I've ever bought. It's so much fun, easy to shoot. I actually taught myself how to shoot on this rifle. It's awesome. It's the best gun ever. Like the Ruger 1022 is like the AKs of 22s. You can run this thing so dirty and nothing will happen. It's a really nice setup, and I've been enjoying it. So leave a like on the video, guys, for my custom Ruger 1022, and obviously I can put the bipod on it like I said. Also, if you guys have any suggestions, I've been thinking about getting some side mounted or canted iron sights to fit on this side, so when I'm at the range or something like that, I don't feel like looking down the scope anymore. I could just turn it on its side and start using the canted iron sight. So if you guys got any suggestions on where to buy one, or if there's a good brand of company that makes, or a good company that makes good canted iron sights, let me know. I don't know if Magpul makes any, but if they do, please let me know. If you guys want to see more of my Ruger 1022, just leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Maybe I'll do a shooting range video on this rifle, just because I've been enjoying it so much, and I probably won't be getting rid of it anytime soon, but I might be getting an AR-15 soon, so I'm going to have to do a video on that. But sorry again for the crappy camera quality, guys. It's probably the longest like face video that I've ever done. But yeah, if you guys like my Ruger 1022, leave a like and your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. I'm going to go ahead and get back to work, guys. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Some knockers, guys. Later.